He told me I should tell him today, yes or no, whether I will marry him.
Wow.
Margaret was looking at me. You could see he wanted to pull the yes from my mouth and give it to the man. But I was like this.
Yes. Yes.
And he was like, even along the line, Margaret got out. And I'm sure he intentionally got out.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me, Lizzie, I want to check something at the supermarket. And he let me and the man
With the
alone.
man, yeah.
Come and look at this man. This man was drawing near, trying to rub his hand.
Hey!
I just, when he put his hand here, I took it quietly and I put it on his lap. He asked me, are you not interested? Lizzie, are you a baby? What are you doing? And I told you, I'm not a baby. But I'm sorry to tell you, I'm not in for play.
Exactly.
I'm not a play girl. And I don't want to marry a playboy.
Exactly.
I want, if ever I will marry, I want a permanent someone whom we can live our life till the end. Till death do we part. So I don't want to go in for something that I'm not too sure. You don't know me much, I don't know you much. So if you are really interested and you also want me to be interested in you, let's start
friendship.
Yes, and then we shall study each other. And then when you see that, okay, I'm good for you, and I also see I'm good for you, then we shall set our ball rolling. He told me, you are right. Can I invite you? That's what he told me. He called one biggest bar around their area. I told him, I don't want to go to a bar. He said, hey. Okay, he will come tomorrow. What does I want? I said, anything. He said, okay. He got one of the most expensive alcoholic drink, I haven't forgotten the name, that he will be bringing. He said he will buy carton, but at least we enjoy carton. I told you, oh, don't worry. The highest I can take is malt or just Fanta. He said, tell me, are you a baby? I said, I'm not a baby.
Yes.
But
yes.
I have a different life. I was brought up in a different way, and I've gotten a different God with whom I want to please my whole lifetime. The man looked at me and he smiled, and then Margot entered. So finally, they made an appointment again that the man said either he will come or we shall come and visit him. Margot said we will come and visit. She answered for me. I said, fine, I will come. We got there. If you look at the man's house, even if they ask you to touch the door to open, you will not open.
Wow.
I have never seen
That's
a beautiful
tempting.
house like that before. Hey.
Wow.
The decorations on the door alone, the gate to enter, the path to walk to enter there. Hey. We got there, when we got to the sitting room, my God.
Wow.
Margot sat down. She was asking me, Lizzie, when to sit down? Finally, I sat down, and then the man asked me to come and sit on that couch. And then he came to sit with me. And then he said he want to offer us a coffee. Will I take? I say yes. Margot to say yes. So when he was going, I saw one album under the center table, and I asked him, can I have a look of it? He said, why not? And I took it. I started going through the album. He didn't keep long. He came, and then while we were flapping, I closed the album. Then I started afresh. While we were sipping our coffee, I just saw. Before then, I've seen more than 3-4 women with children. I opened the first one. I asked him, who is this beautiful lady? He said, it's my sister. I said, wow, is she also in Deutschland? She said, yes, but she is she called the state where she is. I said, that's nice. I went again. I saw one lady with 3 children. I said, this one too is very beautiful. Is she also your sister? She said, no. He said, she's my ex-wife. I said, wow. She's beautiful. And I got another one. I saw a group. I said, these ones, are they your friends or your colleagues? He said, this is my friend. This is my working blah, blah. We went again, the third woman with 2 children. I asked her, who is also this? He said, it's also my ex. And then the last lady was with one very beautiful daughter by herself, just like the mommy. I asked her, oh, you have beautiful ladies in your album. Who is this also? He said, it's my ex. And I look at him, I say,
how many exes do you have?
how come that you miss all these beautiful ladies? He said, I didn't sack them all. They were looking at other men's popo and they went away. And I said in my head, so all these people look at somebody popo and they left.
Yeah, there's something fishy.
So, well, we finished the visit and we came home. And I said, let me tighten my belt to fast. I was praying. And every day, Margot will force me, at times 4 times in a day, to make me to call this man. He will call first when he's a boss of himself. He's engineer and he has a company that company belongs to him and he has workers and blah, blah under him. So along the line, he will just come at home any hours. He said he just set his people on work and he just came to check on us. He will go back. When he could, Margaret will force me, call him. I will call. Afternoon, call him. Evening time, he will also call. Have you eaten? I say yes. What did you eat? And then we chat. But I started fasting and praying. I say, Father, Margaret has caught this man. But how can I marry some people's husband? I prayed with tears. One day, the whole day, the man did not call. Margot said I should call. We called, but the man didn't pick the phone. The second day, he didn't pick. The third day, that was how the relationship caught. And then, meanwhile, Udo came again to the house, and Margot did not even give him face. And he left. We didn't hear from him again until this long scene I told you of the police, the prison, and blah, blah came to pass. And then I left home. When I got home the following morning, my brother called me and told me, hey, a surprise. I said, what surprise? He said, all this, more than 3-4 months.
When you were in Ghana?
No, when I was here.
In Germany?
Yeah, they didn't hear from Udo. We didn't hear from him. He didn't come because he saw he wasn't received. So the day I left, when Margot told them that this is what the police has called and said, and I'm flying home, so they should inform at least my sister to pick me, the pastor. He's not a bishop. So finally, they said the very day when Margot told them, that was the day that Udo came home. He said he's coming to visit me. But well, he too, initially, though Margot did not receive him, Moses gave him a tip. Moses told him that to be a friend with my sister, I know she will not accept because of her standard with God. Are you married? He said no. He said, then you better marry her. When you marry her, as for that, if you say you marry her, I'm sure she will accept. But to be a girlfriend, boyfriend, Lizzie will not accept that. And then she asked Moses, are your parents here in Deutschland? He said no, in Ghana. So because of woman, you want him to go to Ghana, you can forget. That was how he caught, he too, though Margot did not receive him, he cut his feet out from the scene. But the day I was taken home, I was told was the day he came. And then Margot and my brother told him that, sorry, you're the one you want to befriend or you want to visit now. He's gone. He has gone home. He's gone back home. He said, what? According to them, he shouted, what? And he hit his hand on the table. I will go home and marry Elizabeth. Wow. They said they thought he was joking. Under 3 months, Udo get himself together, did everything, and Moses called me to tell me this is what Udo have said, and he said he's coming. In fact, I didn't believe it. So I just heard that rouse.
But Tante, I wanted to ask, so that means you stayed in Ghana 3 months before Mr. Udo came.
Yeah.
So during that period, how were you able to adjust your life with this experience from Germany, and
It was hard.
so how were you able to?
It was hard. Grace carried me through. Because as at this time, it's also another story altogether. It's not that I was working as an accountant at the electricity corporation, but I had another big challenge, and I was laid off.
Oh.
Yeah. So during that period, and Margot came down with her husband to visit Ghana. So in fact, since I wasn't working, I had a full time to attend to her, and that inspired her. And he told me the way I was serviceable to her, she wanted me also to come over so that she can serve me.
Okay.
Yeah, this was what she told. I thought she was joking, but it came to reality. So already I left the land when I was not working for nothing that I have done, because I failed to sleep with my authorities. They just sacked me like that.
That was before you went to Germany.
Yes.
Or,
So
okay.
just along that line, when I was laid off, and then Margot came.
Yeah.
Yes. So now when I came back, it wasn't that I have job already and I left the job, and the job was taken out. The devil pushed me out of work.
Yeah.
And over here too, well, I don't know. I was just praying every time I go to the Legon Gardens those days to pray and seek God's face. Daddy, what next? What next? I wasn't only praying, I've been applying for work. The other work too that I had, they told me I'll work on Sunday, and my job would even be my pay would be doubled. Saturday, Sunday, I'll work, which means I will not go to teachers' conference again. I can't even minister unto God again. So that one, I rejected it. And I couldn't get any job again when this case came. So I went jobless, and I came back jobless.
Yeah. Okay.
So at the end of the time, my sister who received me and the late husband, Pastor Abridun, may he rest in peace. They were taking care of me.
Okay.
All this period, they took very, very good care of me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when Margot came with Mr. Udo, what happened afterwards?
He didn't come. Udo came alone.
Oh, he came alone.
Yes.
He was able to locate your home.
Udo flew all the way alone and made my brothers to alert me that he's coming.
Wow.
So we met him at the airport.
Wow.
Yeah. We met him at the airport all alone. He didn't come with anybody. Yeah.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
And
So what happened?
leaving that one, my sister received him, and the husband, they took him to their home, and then he told them of his agenda. So in fact, everything was arranged, and I was like, I still wasn't. One, a dream. Number two, I wasn't so, what do I call it? So comfortable with it. I wasn't so comfortable. Why? Because before I entered Germany, I was a minister already in my church, and I know our laws. If you are an ordinary member, you may choose to marry anywhere, but our main thing is that we marry in the church. And for you to be even ordinary worker, to talk of a minister, to marry outside, which means you are stepping down. And already challenges. After my story, I can't finish it. I had a lot of challenges. And through them all, I can't say that I am at fault, but the Lord allowed those challenges to build me up.
Exactly.
All of them, He just allowed them for a purpose. And I'm happy now. Initially, I cried and cried. I became a crying prophetess. But now, it's a joy, because I have realized that the Lord brought them. All the challenges that comes, if I'm able to jump over, He lifts my heart further. He lifts my faith further. He lifts my strength further. So all of them came together to build my faith in the Lord.
But it's not easy.
No. After that, it's not easy, honestly. One of the days, the devil really drew me very fine pictures.
Wow.
He told me, look at you.
Discouraging.
Yes, look at you. You are always fasting, praying, attending. In fact, all my life is church. I don't even have a little time for myself. And when those challenges came, in those places where I was serving, instead of them to stand with me, they casted me out.
Wow.
And the devil came to tell me, look at you now. You lost your job.
Yeah.
At least just a little kiss to your boss could have even lifted
A
you up.
little.
Yes. A little.
So much
he told me.
consequences.
Yes. Because my fellow co-worker with whom I sat with, even she told me, you are too strict. Sister Lizzie, you are too strict. Me, I play with the men, all part of my body, but I don't allow them to sex me. I say, what? What are you telling me? Anyway, I'm lazy, and you are so.
Yeah.
So
We are
I
not the
can't
same.
be you.
Yeah.
And I told her that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, some of them have reported her to me that me to her that I'm too strict, and if I don't take care, they will lay me off. It's like a joke. They did it too. So the devil was telling me, look, the person who advised you, you fail. They promoted her. They took her to London to further her course. She came back with a car, and she was now. They increased her pay because she was promoted. She can hire a house of herself, and she's now on her own, and you are still with your parents and blah blah, and you are still calling yourself a Christian. Hey, my God, why don't you resign and gain a little in this world before you die? These are the words of the devil in my ears. If I go to bed, I can't sleep. By 11, I'll lie down maybe around 9. 11:30, 12, I wake up already. All sleep vanish. That's how the devil will be bombarded. I will get up from my room, be walking on our campus, praying. I say, God, especially those people who need me to fall in those, what do I call it? Those temptations which landed me so. I've been reporting them to God. I say, Father, I call the court of heaven. Deal with this one. The court of heaven. I summon this one to you. Deal with them. And that's what I've been doing all the while. All this while, until one day, shortly before my victory, to break through to come to Germany. One of the nights, deep night around 3, I was praying and I heard a voice, Lizzie, how long will you keep on simon these people before me? Can you forgive them? I said, no. I answered loud. I heard a voice in my ear, but I answered loud. I said, no. How can I forgive them? God, I said, deal with them. I said, judge them. I said, call them to judgment. And the voice said, again, can you forgive them? When I heard this, I said, Father, then give me the grace to forgive them. And then I heard like, in my heart.
Peace.
And I started praying for them. I said, Father, forgive them. Remember them. Save their lives. If they are genuinely saved, they will not treat me the way they treated me. In fact, that very week when I was praying for them, I went to Legon Gardens to pray. After 6 o'clock, I've been leaving home. The moment we finish our morning devotion at 6, the moment we finish, I have my backpack already. I'll just sit in the trotro. I'm there, 6 to 6. So one of the days, I sat under the mango tree. I was so tired and disappointed, but still I was praying. And it's like I fall into trance. A little sleep caught me. And then I saw myself in another place, across the sea. And I was standing at somebody's door and I was bailing. The person opened, a white woman with a white girl, small girl. She asked me, what do you want with the Bible? I told them, I'm here to preach to you. They said, go, we don't need the preaching. And to my surprise, this place where we are now, was the place I saw in that under the mango tree there.
Wow.
Yes. I said, hey, am I dreaming? I got up, I prayed, and then I was tired. I put my cloth down again. And then I heard another voice showing me the path from our old train station, the path through to our old church, where I left Germany when it was winter, like this, no leaves on the tree. I saw the dry trees, And the person was telling me, you see, I will bring you back to Germany and you will walk on this street to worship me. And I got up. I said, hey, that very day, the week I said I forgot giving, these two visions came to me. And the Lord brought it all to come to pass.
So the forgiveness opened way for these blessings.
Exactly.
That's
So
nice.
at the end of the day, when Udo came, I was afraid. I told you I was afraid because I don't know whether if I introduce him to the church, whether I'll be accepted or they will step me down. This was my fear. But after I had prayed and I told mommy, I went home and I told mommy that this is what is happening and somebody is coming down to marry me. Mommy said, hey, Nizzy, I'm happy you will marry, but I'm sad. Your overseer, bishop, they will step you down. You know our law already. I said, mommy, what will I do? I didn't go to Germany to search for Udo. God brought him.
Yeah.
And along the line too, when he came twice and he wasn't received, I didn't see him again. Way down in Germany, in my small room they put me, I dreamt about him, that I went to Ghana with him. We were so stranded financially and strolling on my sister. I didn't even know that I'll go to my sister's house. On my sister, they have a very long street. We were strolling there together and somebody in white came to stand in our middle. He held our hands and said, come, I'm taking you back to Germany. And I got off. I said, hey, what a dream. So that same dream also came to pass. After I forgave them, the Lord opened the door and I heard. So I told mommy, I didn't search for Udo. God brought him. So if it pleases the Lord, the same God will go ahead, touch the heart of the leaders, and they will accept both of us. So when he landed on a Tuesday, Wednesday, I was going to a church, but I wanted to go there earlier and come back to inform my pastor that this is what, so that when in evening time, I will go with him. He said, no, he won't stay, he will go with me.
Okay.
And I was saying, these people will say, I have fished out already, and then I'm coming to, that's why I want him to stay, so that I'll go alone. He said, no, he's not staying. So he followed me, and we went. And you know what this man did? The moment we opened the door, the gate, and we entered, he stood on the gate and turned his eyes around. By then, we don't have our headquarters. It's not too big a church. He turned around and he asked me, is that your church? I say yes. Is that where you've been serving God before you came to Germany? I say yes. He said, the God here will be my God. And if here you will die, me too, I will die here. Meanwhile, he was a Catholic and a teacher, a Sunday school teacher in Catholic.
Okay.
I was surprised. So when I went and greeted, fortunately even, I greeted the people there. The overseer was not there. And then we came home. So in a nutshell, finally when the day came for me to go and tell my bishop or overseer what was in the pipeline, by then we had a Nigerian overseer. May he rest in peace. He's also no more. This man became like, he was shaking his legs, chewing. If that something didn't please him, he chewed the teeth. Hey. And then he asked me, Sister Lizzie, we address whether you are a pastor, whether you are a bishop, whether what, we are sisters and brothers in our church. We don't have deacon, minister. No. Everybody is called a sister and a brother. Even our overseer, our highest bishop, we call him brother.
Okay.
So he told me, Sister Lizzie, you know our law. Why then should you come and stand in my face and be telling me this? What do you want me to tell you? I was like this. He spoke and spoke on all the while. I was just praying. I said, Holy Ghost, you had led us far, so lead to the end. And finally, we broke and then we went. She called my mommy with somebody to come and interpret, because mommy can't speak English. And they drag the case and drag, and at the end they call me and mommy and everybody, me and mommy and the interpreter together. And then this man concluded the case. Initially, you could see that he didn't want to accept, because he said he doesn't know what the others will say. I'll be a bad example and blah blah. But all of a sudden, he just shouted and said, whom am I to say no? If it has been the Lord to give me a white in-law.
Wow.
I was surprised. And he told me, you can go ahead, but one thing that I'm not expecting you to ask me to do is to make the wedding for you in the church.
No.
You can do it at the what do I call that? MAM nowadays they call it what, register general.
Yes, registry general.
Registry general. Nowadays we call it
so like in a court.
Yes, in the court. He told me you can do the court marriage. You can do the, what do we call it? The traditional marriage. When you finish all this, you can bring your marriage to the altar. Just about 3-4 of you, not a crowd. And we shall bless it. I will bless it for you. But for me to organize a wedding in the church, that one I will not do. I said, no problem.
Yes, settle it.
I just said in my head, already,
it's better than nothing.
You see one thing, that's how we should be very careful anything we do. When I was young, I was always saying to myself, the marriage that they do, wedding, chinchay, I don't like it. When it comes to my turn to wed, I just want to make something nice and portable, small and portable. Yeah. This is what I've been saying always. And at the end of the day, that's what happened.
Good.
So I just accepted. We do the court marriage, we do the traditional one, and then one fine Saturday, I didn't even go with anybody. One fine Sunday, mostly Saturdays we hold teachers conference. So I went. I just informed my overseer that we will come for the blessing. So he thought we are coming with maybe a troop, not too much. She asked me not. I know not too much. So don't worry. So he's surprised. He saw me and Udo, just the two of us. We went into his office. We knelt down and he prayed for us. That was all.